Sahaj Vidhi www.sahajvidhi. N. Question 1. The law of torts is said to be a development of the maxim ubi jus ibi remedium. Illustrate your answer with the help of decided case laws. Model answer. The maxim ubi jus ibi remedium is a cornerstone of the law of torts, meaning where there is a right, there is a remedy. This fundamental principle asserts that if a person has a legal right, and that right is violated or infringed upon, the law will provide a means to enforce that right or to obtain compensation for its violation. The law of torts, unlike codified laws like contract or criminal law, has largely evolved through judicial decisions, often creating new remedies for new wrongs, thereby embodying this maxim. How torts embodies ubi jus ibi remedium 1. Protection of rights. Tort law primarily deals with civil wrongs that infringe upon various legal rights of individuals, such as the right to bodily integrity, reputation, property, privacy, and freedom from interference. When these rights are violated, tort law steps in to provide a remedy. 2. Evolutionary nature. The uncodified nature of tort law allows for its continuous evolution. As society changes and new forms of harm or rights violations emerge, courts can, and often do, recognize new torts or expand existing ones to provide remedies, thus upholding the maxim. 3. Damages and injunctions. The primary remedies in tort law are damages, monetary compensation, and injunctions, court orders to or perform an action. These remedies aim to restore the injured party to their original position as far as possible or prevent further harm. Illustrative case laws. 1. Ashby v. White, 1703. This is the classic illustration of the maxim. The plaintiff, a qualified voter, was wrongfully prevented from casting his vote in a parliamentary election by the defendant, a returning officer. Although the candidate for whom the plaintiff intended to vote was elected, and thus the plaintiff suffered no actual monetary loss, the court held that his legal right to vote had been violated. Lord Holt famously stated, "If the plaintiff has a right, he must of necessity have a means to vindicate and maintain it, and a remedy if he is injured in the enjoyment or exercise of it." The plaintiff was awarded damages, establishing that a violation of a legal right, even without actual damage, is actionable. 2. Bhim Singh v. State of J&K, 1985. In this landmark Indian case, an MLA was wrongfully arrested and detained by the police while on his way to attend a legislative assembly session. He was not produced before a magistrate within the stipulated time, and his absence from the assembly deprived him of his constitutional right to participate. The Supreme Court, applying the principle of ubi jus ibi remedium, awarded exemplary stop damages of 50,000 rupees to Bhim Singh for the violation of his fundamental right to personal liberty, Article 21, and his constitutional right to attend the assembly session, even though he had been released by the time the case was heard. This case demonstrated the judiciary's role in providing a remedy for the violation of constitutional rights through public law damages. 3. Rudal Shah v. State of Bihar, 1983. The petitioner was acquitted of murder in 1968 but was illegally detained in prison for another 14 years after his acquittal. The Supreme Court, recognizing the gross violation of his right to life and personal liberty, awarded him interim compensation of 30,000 rupees. This was one of the earliest cases where the Indian Supreme Court awarded monetary compensation for the violation of fundamental rights, reinforcing the idea that where there is a right to liberty, there must be an effective remedy. For Donahue v. Stevenson, 1932, while not directly about a pre-existing right, this case established the modern tort of negligence. A woman suffered illness after consuming ginger beer containing a decomposed snail. The House of Lords recognized a new duty of care owed by manufacturers to consumers, creating a remedy for a wrong that previously had no clear legal recourse. This expansion of tort law to cover new forms of harm exemplifies the spirit of ubi jus ibi remedium, where a new wrong, negligent manufacturing causing harm, was identified, a remedy was provided. In conclusion, the maxim ubi jus ibi remedium serves as a guiding principle for the development and application of tort law, ensuring that legal rights are not merely theoretical but are enforceable through effective remedies provided by the courts. Please visit our website www.sahajvidhi.in for more content.